My name is Tony Gallippi. I'm the co-founder of BitPay. As you might be able to infer by our name, we are a Bitcoin startup. So who here has actually used Bitcoin? Raise your hand. All right, the numbers are starting to grow. We think that Bitcoin is an amazing technology, and at BitPay we're focused on the corporate and the enterprise applications for the technology. We think that businesses have the most pain today in trying to do banking and payments. Consumers, for the most part, don't pay for much at all. Businesses are the ones that incur all the cost and pain of trying to move money, store money. And so that's what we focus on, is trying to bring Bitcoin and blockchain technology to the enterprise. So there's three main products that we work on. The first one is payment acceptance. This is what we're most known for. This is helping businesses accept payments over the Bitcoin network. Primary driver of this is e-commerce. We also focus on a retail solution. Why would a merchant want to do this? Well, it's going to be lower risk and lower cost than every other form of payment that they take. Not only that, but they can take a payment from a customer anywhere in the world. We think this is a great application for the technology because it can do things that payment cards can't do very well, or quite frankly, can't do at all. The second product we work on is the opposite. This is payouts. This is companies that need to do disbursements and pay people all over the world. It could be their payroll, it could be their non-employees, it could be fleets of developers, sales reps, affiliates, anything where you need to pay out a large number of people all over the world. It's much more efficient to do that with Bitcoin than it is through the banking system. Then the third project we're working on is something we're calling blockchain accounting. And a few weeks ago, we released a white paper on a new product called ChainDB, which allows anybody to store any type of arbitrary database in the cloud and have it secure. We think there's lots of applications for this, everything from property rights to all different types of asset issuance. It doesn't have to be cryptocurrency in nature. It could be a contract for any other type of asset that you want to pass around in a digital ecosystem. So let me talk real quickly about our payment acceptance product. When we set out to do this 4 years ago, we wanted to make an interface that was familiar to merchants. Even though the mechanics of a Bitcoin transaction work very differently than a card payment, we had to build something that merchants felt comfortable with. So we built a payment gateway. This is something that they can plug into their e-commerce site, just like they would plug in other payment gateways to take forms of payment at the checkout. But we also wanted to make sure that merchants didn't have the risk of handling Bitcoins if they didn't want to. So we gave them a settlement option on the back end where they can just get dollars or euros deposited into their bank account every day. They don't actually have to take possession or assume any risks of handling digital currency if they don't want to. So the front-end gateway and the back-end settlement is almost identical to what they would get from their credit card processor or anything else. The mechanics of the Bitcoin transaction that we do in the middle, right, that's our secret engine. So some areas where we're getting, I'd say, well above average traction are, as I said, things that credit cards don't do very well or they can't do at all. Digital goods, micropayments, cross-border payments, these are all applications that we're seeing quite a bit of traction in. Some stats about what we were able to do last year. We did over 500,000 transactions last year, representing over $158 million. So these are people actually spending Bitcoins on real goods and services in the economy. We're the global leader in this space. We have about 60% market share globally. We go to market direct. Companies can come to us and do a direct integration. Companies like Microsoft, Newegg do that. They're our partners. But we also go to market through PSPs and other channel partners that have access to merchants that we want. For example, we now power the back-end Bitcoin for Adyen, one of the sponsors of this conference. They offer it to their merchants. BitPay actually powers that behind the scenes. We also power the Bitcoin acceptance for other payment providers, such as PayPal, Global Payments, and NetTeller. Our biggest market, though, is e-commerce, and this is where we've built integrations into many of the popular e-commerce platforms that people already use. Shopify is great for small businesses. Magento, Demandware for larger companies and enterprise. They don't have to learn any code. They can just install our plugin that we've built, and now Bitcoin appears as a checkout option when the customers are trying to pay. On the retail side, we partner with NCR. They have a new iPad-based point of sale called NCR Silver. Bitcoin is now a tender type in that. so a cashier can help a customer check out in Bitcoin. We also integrated with some different accounting platforms because businesses don't only need to accept payment, but they have to reconcile it at the end of the day. So we've integrated into NetSuite, QuickBooks, Xero. These are popular cloud-based accounting platforms. The Payouts product, this is kind of going to be a big push for us this year. It's a relatively new product for us, but we're finding lots of amazing applications for it. Not only payroll, where you have a regular salary employee that wants to opt in to just take a part of their net pay in Bitcoin, but any type of mass disbursements. Again, this could be for fleets of developers, affiliates, reps all over the world. We also think it's appropriate for supply chain payments, B2B payments, especially if your supply chain is global. Bitcoin is a much better way to do that. We also just released a mobile app called Copay, and this is available in all the app stores, including iOS, Android, and Windows Phone. This allows people to manage multi-signature very easily from their mobile device. Multi-signature is a whole new dimension to Bitcoin. It allows multiple people to have access to a shared group of funds, and you can set rules to where a certain number of people are required to sign the transaction before it can be spent. Now, this is a nice app, and on the surface, it just looks like a Bitcoin wallet where you can send and receive money. But the real heart of it is what we did under the hood. Because what we figured out is an easier way to manage multiple identities and multiple signing privileges and do it in a nice, convenient mobile app. So the future applications for this could be contract signing, trust management, any other type of assets where you have multiple parties involved and require multiple signatures. Right? Your app is storing your keys that you need to put signatures on things. So again, my name is Tony Gallippi. We are the enterprise leader with Bitcoin, and we are BitPay. Thank you.